Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Fred and Bella, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on your DVD is Bella's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands, the corrections and the motivation that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give any correction, and I'm sure that you remember this from before. The only correction that we give is a little tug and release on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Bella has been fitted with her very own training collar, and she's going to come home with that, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now, she is sitting very nicely at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done, and the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate is the heel. And as you know, heeling is proper walking on a leash, and the command is Bella heel. At this point, Bella has a job to do, and that is to match pace with her trainer, not forging ahead, not dragging you down the street, but staying even with your left leg, and each time that you stop your feet, she's taught to sit, and she's doing it beautifully, automatically, and wait for her next command. And she has that eye contact going with Fred, which is something that you can't buy. Now, the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. Your long sit-stay is for 1 minute, working all the way up to 3 minutes, and we're supposed to have another heat wave, so practice inside. You don't have to go outside to practice obedience. When Fred returns back to her, he's going to walk all the way around her. She's to remain seated until he gets back to her shoulders and gives her another command. So he got all the way back around to where they started, and he takes off heeling with her again. Now, if she doesn't sit, you see that little tug and release, and you can say, no, sit. But she just lost it for a minute, and those little gentle tugs are a gentle reminder that, hey, you're supposed to be sitting. Fred leaves her in another sit-stay. Make her hold it, make her pay attention. You see how focused she is this time. Instead of returning back to her, Fred is going to call her. The command is Bella come. He praises her on the way in, and she's been taught to sit right in front and then go back to heel, and she's doing a really, really, really good job, and she is so cute. She thinks she's the bee's knees for sure. Nice heeling skills, nice automatic sits. Fred's going to leave her in another sit-stay. And he's going to demonstrate that come on command. And this is such an important command. We always praise them on the way in. We praise them when they get into us. We always want them to know that coming to us is always a good thing. We're never going to call them and scold them, or they're not going to get in trouble. It's a happy thing to do. Now, the next exercises that we're going to be demonstrating for you are going to be her down commands. And this video is just so that you can see Bella doing all of her commands, but I know that you know as an experienced dog owner how to do them. Now, she's seated at Fred's left. He's going to take his left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down and stay. He's then going to walk out to the end of his leash to face her. Your down stays are 3 to 5 minutes long. And again, in the heat of the day, you're not going to want to be practicing this outside. So, you know, go indoors where it's nice and cool to practice. When Fred returns back to her, again, he walks all the way around her just as he did on the sit-stay, returning all the way back to heel. He praises her. And they take off, and they're just do a half a lap, Fred. It gets getting too hot for her. And he's going to demonstrate that down from a heel position again. So with her seated, always seated first, it's down and stay. And this time he's going to call her out of that exercise. She comes right in front and sits, and then she goes back to heel, and they take off, and they're going to show us her down from a distance. We usually put more heeling into our videos, but with the dogs getting overheated, we don't want to just be walking them around. You know what heel is. Fred leaves her in a sit-stay. This is the only time that you use your right hand to give the command, and she goes down from 6 feet away, and that was perfectly done. Now we have demonstrated for you her heeling, her automatic sit, her sit-stay, her down from a heel, her down from a distance, and her come. These are the exercises that you know you're going to be practicing with her when she comes home. We've enjoyed having her. She's a sweet, sweet dog. She's come a long way, and thank you again for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.